would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire.
We live our lives on our phones. You can find a job, a place to live, you can buy furniture and clothes, watch TV and movies, you can keep in touch with friends, and we can also find people interested in hooking up. With apps like OkCupid, Happening, Hinge, Grindr, and Tinder, people can find and match with other people who they find attractive and then meet up.
Tinder.
We're going to talk about the popular dating app Tinder now.
Apps like Tinder, Hinge, and Bumble.
The tricks of the trade that might help you swipe right to find Mr. Right.
Your celebrity crush could be just a swipe away. Tinder, a social networking site where you can find people in your area you've never met, they're in your vicinity, and they're ready to meet and maybe hook up.
Based on what you hear about Tinder, it sounds like the holy grail of apps, and using it would be a great experience. In reality, the app does not stand up against its reputation.
I used Tinder for the first time about 2 years ago. End of 2014, around Christmas time. My friend told me my ex was on there, and she's like, this is a really cool app, so I just went ahead and got it, and then I've been swiping ever since.
I first started using Tinder when I got to college. My friends were actually talking about, oh, I have this many matches, oh, I have more matches than you.
Well, we had the expectation of that people kind of get laid on this site, and we wanted to see if that was true. It was like, it was interesting, the idea that that could be how it works, but that was what we were expecting to find, people just trying to hook up and meet up.
This is probably like a year ago, like a friend of a friend just was like bragging about how he's gotten laid like 5 times off Tinder, so the friend told me to just like use it, dude, you're gonna get laid. And so I just decided to make it for shits and giggles.
Our world is changing. More and more people are using apps to interact, and there seems to be a lack of sincerity in all of this online interaction.
I don't know, it's just kind of awkward because you don't really know them. It's like just, you don't really know the person and you just like trying to get to know them, but like before you do anything, and it could be awkward and forced. That's what it feels like.
Tinder is very deceptive. You're not 100% guaranteed that the person you're talking to is actually the person you're talking to.
Most of them, I'm sure, look really ugly in person. Like, let's be honest. Like, some of these people, they're gonna put like their best picture out there, and then you see them in person, it's like, whoa, like you look like a whale.
You know, swiping left or right, and if you match, if it's a little too much technology getting in the way.
We get a sense of pride and feel good about ourselves when we match with people because it means that they have seen us and we have been approved as attractive enough to deserve a swipe to the right. Everyone likes to feel attractive, but at what point do we become objects instead of people? We become like items in a display case that people pass over until they find the best one. Tinder has become like shopping, and looks are the currency.
Yeah, it's definitely like shopping for a date. I mean, you go on any other website where it's a shopping website like Amazon, there's a stream of, shoes that you're like, I like that one, and that one. It's the same thing with Tinder. You're like, I like that person, No, I don't like that person. I mean, definitely like shopping.
I think it's shopping for whatever you want. I have some friends that go on there and mess with people, and like they send each other movie quotes, and like my friend had an entire conversation and they literally quoted the entire Finding Nemo movie. And there's other people who want like an easy lay, and then there's some people who are looking for a relationship. So I guess you can consider it like shopping for a date.
I don't feel like it's shopping for a date. I actually feel like it's shopping to have sex and have a one-night stand. It's basically a leeway to make one-night stands okay.
People have a tendency to act out on the internet and say and do things they would not otherwise do. Apps like Tinder provide a window to the way that people portray themselves online.
Some girls are very, let's say, outgoing. Some guys are very aggressive, and then some are just chill. So
I think it's ridiculous. Like literally, every girl says the same thing. Most of the time, they say like, I'll probably like my dog more than you. They always talk about their dog. Or if you have a dog, I'll instantly love you. Every girl wants to go on adventures, that's what they all say. I just want an adventure.
Honestly, sometimes I feel embarrassed to be a girl by the way like girls project their image out there, because girls are always complaining about how guys treat them, because some guys can be really disrespectful.
Yeah.
But I feel like some of them are just as bad with the things that they put out there, and I think that they should think twice before they do it, because a lot of people don't realize that you can, no matter like what you put out there on a social media site, like it can come back to haunt you. You can always get screenshots, you can call the company, so.
In a sea of apps that help connect people, can Tinder function like a dating app, or is its sole purpose hookups?
I feel like it's more of a hookup kind of dating site, while other dating sites, they try to make it seem like it's more serious, where you can find someone that wants everything they want.
I mean, maybe. Why not? It's like Match, but through the phone, you know?
I mean, it all really depends on the person. I'm sure there have been relationships that started from Tinder, but I don't really think that's its purpose. It's certainly no Christian mingle. I mean, I don't think people are going on there to look for like a serious mate.
Yeah, Tinder's just quick and dirty, because like they have like eHarmony. eHarmony's like, you gotta put in all this information. Tinder's just very, you know, if they look good, then that's it. So it's not personality, it's more physical.
I wouldn't consider it a dating site, because it's literally, guys are on there to hook up, girls are on there for who the hell knows why, and they all of them say that they're not looking for hookups, but that's the only reason guys are on Tinder. Plain and simple.
My sister's basically fiance, and then they met on Tinder.
It's not put out there. Tinder's not put out there to be a serious relationship platform.
I know someone who's engaged and met their future husband on Tinder.
Using this technology has created a new landscape of human interaction. People connect online, and this is not the way that we grew up thinking the world would be.
No, not really. I wasn't thinking that I'd be trying to find dates or hook up with girls using an app on my phone.
Never would I ever think that dating would turn into a swipe right or swipe left based on like 6 pictures on your Facebook profile.
No, not at all. I thought that dating would not exist on a phone like this. I mean, I didn't know that that's how people would choose to interact. I'm certain that other people are out doing other things, but it's certainly a big part of the youth culture at this point, and I definitely had no idea it'd be like this.
Old school, like you see in the movies, how it's portrayed in movies. The guy asks the girl out, and you know.
I think when I was younger, I thought dating would be like probably how it used to be and how it is in movies growing up, when you like actually meet people organically and you just run into something.
It wasn't what we expected, and we think it's a joke, but we still use it because everyone else uses it. But if we could live in a world without apps like Tinder, would we choose to meet people the old-fashioned way?
There'd be more face-to-face communications. It wouldn't all be online, because I feel like it would get rid of some of the social networking that we have come to rely on, and it let people actually meet face-to-face, and there wouldn't be so many lies between people.
Without, because I feel like it's losing the touch of being able to communicate with somebody, really make a deeper connection.
I think without, I think it's dangerous.
I would try to meet someone new by hoping they don't use Tinder, stuff like that.
I prefer to live in a world without apps like Tinder, just so we could go back to where it wasn't people always on their phones and swiping left or right, but not like the way a person looks.
You know what? I don't really give a shit anymore, but I would definitely think it would be, you know, just phones in general. If people use them less, I think it would be better. But I don't see that happening in the near future, so if you can't beat them, join them.
Love it or hate it, the hookup culture of apps like Tinder is here to stay, and we should all take care when engaging in these online connections. Just remember to pick our heads up once in a while. You never know who could be sitting right in front of you.
Understands and sees through the master plan, but everybody's gone. I've been here for too long to face this on my